It's a grand old time in the space age. Gather round, let's sing to the void. Come orbit round the banjo. Set your space gun to enjoy. Ain't you heard down there is some nice software, but there ain't no fence where we have no air. Come have a grand old time in the space age. Gather round, let's sing to the void. Come on, boys. Yeehaw! Hey everybody, I'm Cascade Cody. Welcome to Grand Old Time at the Space Age. Today we have Ivy Ficarra with us. Ivy, take it away.
Thank you. Hello. Tomorrow's asleep on the floor kind of day. Just lay around for a while. Listen to the bluebirds at their feeding hour. They won't be gone for a while. The sound of your voice still, it echoes in here, and the unspoken words of goodbye left me so blue with these feelings inside. And they won't be gone for a while. A while, a while. Been here for 4 years and I can't settle down. The days just reveal themselves. I'm not planning to stay, but I'm not running away. I won't be gone for a while. A while, a while. The rain's brewing out in the distance, so I take it as a sign that you'll never come back and you're no longer mine. And you'll be gone for a while. A while, a while.
A while. Oh my goodness.
Thank you so much.
Oh, I love that tune. It's like a complete deterioration of the meaning of the word a while. Right? So it's like, you know, that inner voice inside us when we're really sitting down, feeling lonely, and you know, it's like it's only gonna be here for a while.
Totally.
Like, it's that sad song with the silver lining. What spurned that?
Well, funny you say just that, because I was kind of feeling lonely and sitting in my room when this song came to me.
Right. It starts,
yeah.
I'm sleeping on the floor.
Yeah.
Right.
I think a lot of my songs come from a very, like, reflective, emotional state of mind, I guess, which sometimes is frustrating because I don't want all my songs to, like, feel heavy on the emotional end, but also I think it's a really cool way to take my emotions and turn them into things that I can share with people. So yeah, this song, I was just sitting in my apartment a couple years ago, strumming and feeling sad and lots of lonesome feelings in the air, and it kind of just wrote itself.
Right.
And yeah, singing this song still kind of takes me back to my room in my old apartment. So
you kind of get a sense memory, right?
Totally.
So like,
totally.
you're putting that into the air, and you're reflecting on those moments, and from that, the song becomes other things, right?
Yes.
And that's what I love about the songs that we write is they metamorphosize into this other being that kind of
it's so great.
Just breathes new life into itself. The Bluebirds.
Yes.
Where does that come from?
Well, it's funny because the Bluebirds weren't a part of me sitting in my apartment, but it came from another moment. I was house sitting up by Baker, and I would just bring my coffee outside and sit on the little porch and watch the birds. And it just sort of, I feel like listening to, I just love saying bluebird also. I think it's really pretty. But listening to the birds and watching them is such a like you're reflecting. At least for me, like it feels just very chill and calming, and just sort of brings you back to a certain place. And so I kind of associate like listening to birds or watching birds is in my sort of like internally quiet moments and reflection. Yeah.
Nice.
So that's where the bluebirds come from. I've never even really thought about that. It's so funny.
Well, yeah, because you're linking those two sets of imagery and utilizing them to explain those ways that you feel, and it's just unique writing in that you're taking those little moments and amplifying them, and that's how I always feel like great songs are constructed.
Wow. Thank you.
I first saw you at String Band. We've talked a little bit over Instagram and whatnot, but I first got to see you actually play in the Serenade tent.
Yes.
Between Dean Johnson and Chris Acker. And you just tell me today that was your first festival ever.
Yes.
So how long have you been playing professionally?
Well, it's funny because I don't even really put the word professional
with
my music. Like it still feels very just like casual. I love doing this. But I would say so I'm a senior in college right now, so fourth year student. And I think it was sophomore year that I sort of started putting my foot in to like performing around Bellingham, and then I kind of just allowed myself to step into it, and opportunities kind of just opened up for me, which has been really cool.
You put the energy out that you want and you just get it back tenfold.
Yeah, somehow it works.
It does.
It's really cool, and this community has been really awesome to be
It's a great arts
in.
community.
Yes, and everybody is so supportive and like wants to get you out there, and so it's been super cool. But I guess I would say like a solid 2 years, I could say professional.
Right?
Maybe.
That's awesome. And you're a generational musician, so you can't really say when you like made that because it's kind of blurred, right?
Yes, totally. It's kind of just always been a part of me. And I think about high school too, and growing up, my dad's a musician, and I would do like open mics with him here and there, like hop on stage and like shake an egg shaker. And so performing has kind of always been sprinkled into my life, and yeah, kind of, I guess it gave me this extra push to try it on my own. Yeah.
Right. So how old are you now, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 21.
21.
Yeah.
And you were sitting between Dean Johnson and Chris Acker.
Yes. That like it gives me chills thinking about that.
What before the moments before you even like you were in the round, so I'm guessing Chris went first. I wasn't there the whole time.
Yes.
Chris went first.
Yes.
You know you're coming up next.
Yeah.
You probably listen. You know what I mean. You've probably been listening to Chris for years, like I have.
Yeah.
I see him there, and I'm like, hello, Mr. Acker-Suri.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan. I don't
Let
want to
me bow
bother
down
you too
to
much.
you.
Yes. What do you feel before those moments?
Well, yeah, I had realized when I saw the what is it called? Set list? Not set list. Lineup for
Yes.
Subdued.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, a lot of these artists like are people I listen to.
Yeah.
Just like casually.
That was the first time I ever got to experience that too.
Oh my gosh, it was so weird to like first of all just see my name on that lineup list. But also like these are like folk legends in my own world and like yours too.
Yeah. And Nick Shoulders is like right there.
No, I know. It's just like I was like, whoa, what am I getting thrown into right now? But yeah, I didn't realize really until that day that I was doing the round with those two.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason it didn't click or I didn't like read it correctly.
Thank you, Robert Blake, right?
Yes. Yeah, because then I sat down and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is happening. Okay. Yeah. And Chris, oh my gosh, his lyrics are incredible and I was super in awe, honestly.
I can imagine it's probably hard not to forget your own songs.
No, yeah.
When you're right next to
I
him.
know.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't even know. But it was super cool because, you know, by the time that I did the round with those two, I had felt very comforted, like, in the Subdued world. Mm-hmm. And so I had some more, like, mellow but confident vibes going on for myself. And so I was actually, like, pretty content and I think I would have felt more nervous, but I was able to really like soak in Chris's performance and like Dean after me. And that was really nice because I got into the zone of like, oh, I'm up here with them. Maybe I'm not one of them, but like I get to be here with them and like all three of us are sharing music together. And I think it just kind of like hits me more in like a sweet emotional way than like a nervous way because it felt like kind of empowering. Even though I was just, like kind of shaking a little bit before.
Oh yeah.
But it was really cool, and it was just nice to be up there with them. Yeah, it's so cool a moment I won't forget.
It's like watch somebody from my scene be up there with somebody from the greater scene, right? Yeah, it was really cool. Anyway, we could talk about this, I'm sure. Yeah. And we have time, but let's get to your next song, Not Nearly Enough.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that.
So this song. My good friend in Bellingham, Julie Kane, who goes by Little Lonely, her and I I think we met over Instagram maybe, and she had come to see me play. And then I did one of the neighborhood songwriting sessions at Stone's Throw, and we like officially met each other, and she was so sweet that night, and she like invited me to a jam in the neighborhood, and anyways, that's backstory that I guess we don't really need, but
no, it's great.
We ended up deciding that it'd be fun to like write songs together, and she moved up to Bellingham from LA, and she used to do a ton of like songwriting circles and like hosting workshops, and she was kind of looking for that energy, and we kind of just found each other at a super good time. And yeah, I went over to her house one day not knowing that this song was going to come out of it. And we sat around her couch and we just kind of, I guess, dreamt up this song. And it's a song about empty nesters, which I think is kind of funny, like for me to be one of the writers on this song because I'm, 21, not really close to the empty nester phase of life, more my parents. But yeah, we just kind of like created this story and we had so much fun writing it, and it became this song, and now it feels like it lives in my bones, and nice. I feel like I am telling the story kind of. Oh,
very cool.
But yeah.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I might have to do a quick tuning if you
it's all right.
If you have any other words to say.
No, not nearly enough.
Not nearly enough. Yeah, Julie came up with that phrase, and it's just kind of like when you're, from the love perspective, it's like you can never have enough of your partner. Yeah. There's never enough time, even if you spend your whole lifetime together, and even if you have a family and all of these things, and it just kind of came from that place of like sometimes there's never enough time. Yeah, and this song could have taken a lot of different turns. We were trying to keep it from being really sad, and because we were writing it and getting towards the end, and we were like, oh God, we could do dark things with this song. And that's like a lot of the time I kind of like what I go to.
Right.
But yeah, I really, really like this song, and I wish Julie was here to sing it with me.
Oh man. Well, we'll welcome her to the show if she ever wants to come on.
Yeah, for sure. She, I believe, is working on an album right now,
well,
too.
heck yeah.
That's awesome.
Not nearly enough.
Not nearly enough. You took the long way round to say you'd been loving me all this time, since the earliest days. And I remember when you moved in to the old house in the alley where that raccoon family lived, and your mother hung the sheets in the window so we couldn't see in. The snow finally melted and the curtains went up, and we finally said a few words, but not nearly enough. 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 We took the long way round, and we stayed in each other's arms for lifetimes, but still not enough time. Oh, you could never stay away. And I remember that summer when we moved in together, and you didn't have any furniture, just some dishes from your mother and a shot glass from college you never finished. You're still the smartest guy I know. And we finally bought a sofa, and we got ourselves some kids, and the oldest grew up too fast, and the youngest never did. And when they moved out on their own, we got back some time, but not nearly enough. 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 Not nearly enough.
Oh man, what a killer tune.
Oh, thank you.
I love it at the beginning, especially the imagery of these mirrored acts of a family of raccoons. Right after that, you hit it with you put the curtain up so we couldn't see them. Like, you know what I mean? And a family unit, and then an act from a person within your own family, right? It's a great example of what am I trying to say here? A glass that's full was never full enough at the end.
Totally.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Street art in Star Wars. It's like, what?
That,
And I was like,
hot dang now.
Trying to share the thing. This is live, people.
This is live.
It's live.
Yes, yeah.
Shit happens.
That was all right.
Not
That's
nearly
okay.
enough.
Not nearly enough.
Not nearly enough.
From your perspective, or from the person that you wrote it with, what was her name again?
Julie.
Is there a particular moment that kind of spurned that idea, where you're like, you know, you're sitting in the song room and then you're like, that's a song.
Yeah.
Then you pick up the guitar.
Yeah. Well, we
Sorry.
it's live. Don't worry.
No,
Don't
I'm
worry.
turning it down.
Well, we already had our guitars out and we were just kind of writing notes. And this was just one of those songs. And I think the songs that stick with us as songwriters are sometimes the ones that just kind of write themselves in a way. Like they just kind of flow out.
Yeah.
And that happened with this, which I think is super cool because it was a collaboration. And I feel like sometimes that's hard to like fully create a song that comes out in like such a flowy way.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think
you guys
we
created
wrote
this cohesive story.
Yeah.
Too.
I think honestly, after we had written the first couple lines and then thought about like not nearly enough, we were like, yeah, this is good, keep going, and like we just got a ton of adrenaline.
And in that second verse, you see that theme kind of like Shakespeare. In I what came to my mind is parting is such sweet sorrow.
Oh.
Right. You know, children growing up, going away, the new sofa, all those little moments, and they're completely encapsulated in that tune. Yeah. It's a beautiful one, and I don't think the next one is going to be quite as happy, I'm guessing. Oh. It's called Grief Song.
Get your tissues out. Yeah. Well, this next one is actually one that I wrote on an airplane.
First class or coach?
Oh, first class. No. Kidding. Never. Maybe one day. That's like my goal.
Right.
One day
I'm going to fly. Did you carry your guitar on?
I actually didn't have my guitar with me.
Oh no!
I know. It was just a short little see my family trip in Arizona. Shout out to them.
Yeah. Shout outs to Arizona.
Yeah. Hey guys.
Yeah.
But my dog had passed away.
Oh no.
And so I was and this is my like childhood dog who I just have so much love for, and
what
it's still
his name?
Archie.
Archie.
Yes, and I could talk about Archie for so many hours. But it was like a pretty big heartbreak, especially for my mom and I. And there was also just like my own actual like heartbreak happening. And just kind of the state of the world, and there was just a lot of stuff, and it was a heavy month that I was experiencing, and also that a lot of people around me and like the whole world was sort of experiencing. And I had come back from Bellingham, I came back up to Bellingham, and I was kind of crying to my roommate, who's my bestie, and the phrase came out like, the world never stops for grieving. Like, and I was just feeling super upset because I was like, I'm so sad, and like there's just so many things to be sad about, and my dog is just one of them, and like I don't want that to take up all of this like grief space and stuff. But I was like, it is really hard to keep on going right now, and I have to go to school, and we just kind of got into this whole conversation about grief and like people losing close family and stuff and still having to go to work the next day, and it's just this constant thing. Like we really don't slow down, and also like I think grief, especially in the like death grief kind of way, isn't talked about really in our culture, and so that's a whole other thing, is like we're bagging it up and then we're moving on with our days, and there's just not there's just sometimes not nearly enough time to
Right.
grieve. And so anyways, I just
saw what you
kind
did
of
there.
yeah,
That's
there
very
you go.
good.
There you go.
Well, the world never stops grieving.
Yes.
And we'll never stop grieving for Archie. So
Yeah.
this one's to Archie,
Yes,
right?
this one's to Archie.
All right. Let's hear it.
Totally. Oh, I need to tune.
Let's tune up.
I
You're
get so
good.
distracted talking.
You're good. Hey,
yeah.
there's no problem with that.
Totally. But yeah, I was on an airplane writing this one and feeling all sorts of grief, and it really does show up in so many different ways for everybody. So yeah.
For Archie.
For Archie. While I'm sitting in the aisle of the airplane, and I swear I keep hearing your name. Well, I booked this cheap flight to Memphis, try to seek out some fortune and fame. Now I'm hoping that this cup of coffee takes me far away from here. Well, I've been so in my mind these days after losing you, my dear. But the world don't stop for grieving. You'll just have to look to the stars. Oh, this old world don't slow down for a broken heart. I'll sneak a look out the window. The lights appear of old Memphis town, and wish for just a little longer on this plane where the time is slowing down. 'Cause the world don't stop for grieving. You'll just have to look to the stars. Oh, this old world don't slow down for a broken heart. The world don't stop for grieving. You'll just have to look to the stars. Oh, this old world don't slow down for a broken heart. Oh, this old world don't slow down for a broken heart.
Oh my God.
Thank
It's
you.
really hard to sum up a song like that. Other than the fact, it just seems in our society, when we're not working toward a monetary goal, that nobody will stop despite anybody else's needs. And we even see that before death with old folks. We put them in homes now, things like that. And it makes you, a tune like that reminds us of our own mortality in so many ways.
Totally.
And yeah, what an awesome tune.
Oh, thank you.
This is a great tune, but not as awesome, is our next segment, Dr. Clay and Mr. Ghost. Doctor Who, no. It's Dr. Clay and Mr. Ghost.
Okay. Hi, me again, Dr. Clay, here to answer all of your questions, whether sensical or nonsensical. Anyway, I have a question coming in from my good friend, that mythical time beast, ghosty phantasm, Mr. Ghost. Go, Mr. Ghost, go!
Yes, Dr. Clay. Today's question is brought to you by Boris Carlott. What is the best Halloween song that you have ever heard?
That's a great question. So many to choose from. But I'd have to say, thinking back, if I had to choose between one song or another song, the best Halloween song of all time is mine! That's right! I recorded a song back in the late 70s with my band Piss Puss, and it's a fantastic song. It's called It Is October 31st, and what it does is it lets you know exactly what day it is, which is October 31st. It goes a little something like this. Now that right there is the cat's pajamas, if you ask me. Just a toe-tapping good time. Anyway, that's all I've got. You should download that. If you don't like that kind of music and looking for more of a traditional Halloween song, you could always, I guess, just be scared by listening to Thriller and being terrified by the fact that we still financially support that monster. Bye!
Thank you, Dr. Clay. That was most insightful and a wonderful answer to a beautiful question. And to you, the artist this month of October 2024, Ivy Ficarra, is there a specific kind of Halloween media, cartoon, movie, song, or otherwise that just tickles your fancy? We would like to know. Here and out, Dr. Clay and Mr. Ghost. See y'all next month. It's Dr. Clay and Mr. Ghost.
That is so awesome. Oh my gosh, I love that. I felt like a little kid. I'm like, I want more.
Well, good.
Oh my gosh.
So, do you have a favorite piece of Halloween media?
Well, I love always Charlie Brown and the Great Pumpkin.
Oh, is that what it's called? It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Great Pumpkin, yes. I love that. Classic.
Yeah.
I'm not really a big, scary movie horror person. But if I chose a horror movie to watch, it'd probably be Us.
Oh, really? I haven't seen Us.
Oh, really?
Joe probably.
That's the one
Jordan Peele, right?
Horror. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one horror movie I can watch and really enjoy.
Yeah.
I like Beetlejuice and Addams Family.
yeah, of course.
But yeah, probably I like movies.
Do you know what you're gonna be for Halloween this year?
Well, it's hard because my roommate is she loves Halloween and she plans it for months and months. And this year she's kind of still figuring it out, so there's a little bit less motivation in the house. And I'm the kind of person who's just I'll just wear whatever. I'm not fully into it. But I think my roommate and then our other good best friend, I think we're gonna do Dorothy and then the Good Witch and
nice,
the Wicked Witch.
Nice.
Yeah, I think that'll be kind of fun because we're a little trio.
Awesome.
And I guess I was voted to be Dorothy, so.
Nice.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
I'll sing some Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Well,
oh yeah.
You got your trio of witches, but we have three little words. A trio of words.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Linking them together.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Yes. This is this song is sort of the only happy love song I guess that I've written or that I play at least. And I think it's kind of funny because I wrote it in high school when I was nowhere near in love or in a relationship.
It's funny you say that because one time I was playing a wedding, my first wedding ever, and I'm I'm only gonna play happy love songs, and then I get halfway through the set, and I'm oh, I can't do this.
I know.
I'm just gonna play the sad ones too, guys. And they're
totally.
yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good. I relate to that so much. It's like weirdly hard to write love songs even when you're in love now, which I've experienced, you know. And yeah, high school though, I just think it's really funny because like I wasn't the type of, I didn't even go to homecoming with like other people. But for some reason I wrote a love song called 3 Little Words. Let me make sure I'm tuned up. But yeah, I wrote this one a while ago, and one of my favorite activities to do is go back into my notes app and like go all the way back to when I first started writing songs, end of high school, and kind of just revamp them a little bit.
I do the exact same thing.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
It's so fun, especially when you're in kind of a creative rut.
Or you find something that you forgot about.
Yes.
I do that all the time. I'm like, whoa, hey, that ain't too bad there, Jordan.
Totally. Yeah, and it's so fun too. So yeah. This was one of those songs that I found.
From the archives of Ivy's notepad app.
Yes. That's so like Gen Z, my notepad app. I hate that. My real paper notebook. Yeah. This is 3 Little Words. Those 3 little words. Can you say them to me? Someone like you doesn't end up with me. I wear my heart on my sleeve for you to see. A simple reminder of what we could be. I only have eyes for you. I'm head over heels. I only have eyes for you, and I'm just waiting for an I love you. Well, you caught my eye at just the right time. I knew I was ready to give love a try. When I'm in your arms, well, my fears are gone.
I'm just waiting for an I love you.
Thank you.
I love that. 3 little words.
3 little words.
It's a representation of the true aspects of vulnerability that comes with the 3 little words, right?
Totally.
Man, that switch to that E minor at the
Oh,
second go around.
I have to be a little dark. Like, I
Yeah,
just have to.
it's the little Irish trick. You
Yeah,
know what
totally,
I mean? Oh
totally,
my goodness.
totally.
I love that. I use that all the time. It's one of the best technical tricks that a folk singer can use, in my
Totally.
opinion.
I love that minor. Oh my gosh. I'll always go to that whenever I can.
Right, exactly. And I'm waiting for the I love you.
From a random person in my high school class, apparently.
Hey, man. Are you
Shout out
still
to
waiting?
them.
Did it happen?
Not with that. And honestly, I can't even remember who. Like, I don't know who this song was inspired by. So
you just
funny.
Completely buried it.
Yeah, it's buried down. I wrote the song and I was like, it didn't work out. Next.
Every guy in your high school class.
I know. Was it me? Was it me?
Was it me? Which high school was it?
West Seattle High School.
West Seattle High School. What year? What class of what?
Class of 2021.
Class of 2021 at West Seattle High School.
Craigslist misconnection. Post tonight.
If you're watching, go ahead and chime in on the comments. Was it me? Hashtag wasn't me, Ivy Ficarra.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, maybe one day they'll be like, I wish it was me. Yeah.
Oh man. Tuesday morning now.
Yes.
This next one. I love it because, in my opinion, just Tuesdays are the worst days of the week.
Totally.
Yeah, we wake up. It's like Tuesday.
It's a controversial opinion.
Is it a controversial opinion? Really?
I
We wake up.
I agree.
Monday is behind us, but we have all this grief left in front of us, right? Until the weekend.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. What spurred this one?
This song was written around the same time that I wrote that first one, A While.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was kind of that same, like, I'm in my room, I'm feeling sad.
Definitely. And there's a
kind of song.
particular line in this one that I absolutely love. It's just absolutely brilliant. The good, the bad, and the other are getting in the way.
Yes.
Can you break that down a little bit?
Yeah.
Or you can play the song first and then break
Well,
it
yeah,
down.
I could play it first.
Yeah.
My dad really likes that part too. So
Yeah,
I always,
it's a great line. Dad's a smart fella.
Shout out to him.
What's his name?
Carmen.
Carmen.
Yes.
I met you.
Hi, Carmen.
Hi, Carmen. You're a smart fella.
But yeah, this one's Tuesday morning, and this one has been really fun to play with other people because, I mean, I like playing songs on my own too, but I don't really do the crazy like breaks or anything, and it's really fun to play with other people, and like, I don't know, I've got to hear a lot of different versions of this song like through collaboration.
And it makes you think about the next one, right?
Totally, and it's really cool, but I'll play this version of it. But yeah, Tuesday morning. Let's see, how do I want to start this? When I woke up on Tuesday morning, I had forgotten where I was. A room without you is cold and lacks of love. Played some tunes on the porch to the neighbors passing by. Everything I do, well, it makes me wanna cry. Just feeling things a little too much these days. The good, the bad, and the ugly are getting in the way, and I can't stay in one place without having my heart break.
People fall in love and one day it goes away. Happened to my parents, does it run in my DNA? Just feeling things a little too much these days. The good, the bad, and the ugly are getting in the way, and I can't stay in one place without having my heart break. When I woke up on Tuesday morning, I'd forgotten where I was. A room without you is cold and lacks of love. Played some tunes on the porch, the neighbors passing by. Everything I do, well, it makes me wanna cry. Just feeling things a little too much these days. The good, the bad, and the ugly are getting in the way, and I can't stay in one place without having my heart break. When I woke up on Tuesday morning, I'd forgotten where I was.
Another freaking fantastic song, man.
Thank you.
The good, the bad, the ugly are getting
Yes,
in the way. I
yeah.
said the other.
Oh, no
I don't know
worries.
where that came from. But
Maybe that's another song.
no, I was listening to this one. So, where did that line spurn from?
It just came. Like, it's so hard getting, like, having these questions asked sometimes about songs, because
Yeah,
some of my answers are, like, as simple as it just kind of happens.
it happens. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really know, because it's not really, like, a phrase that I say in my
Mhm.
day-to-day life, you know?
Right.
Like, oh, I keep doing
No, you're fine. You're fine.
that. But, yeah, it just happened to be in it.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow, and I wish I could go back to the moment, because my dad is always like, those, like, that little phrase is so, I love it so much. I don't know where it spawned from, but
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah.
I woke up Tuesday morning and I forgot where I was.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah. You know that feeling where you're either, like, you're out of town and you wake up, or wait, let's see, let me try to,
Yeah.
let's see. When you wake up, and that first second, you're like, oh, wait, where am I? Am I at home? Am I in Italy? Like, where am I right now? Whose bed is this? But then it is your bed, or
Right.
whatever. But sometimes that's just like a weird moment that I have often, and I'm like,
Often?
yes. I
Hot
feel like
dang.
I've had this feeling, like, I remember being a little kid and just, like, waking up, and I'm like,
I remember
oh,
that when I was a
am I
little
in
kid.
Arizona?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
randomly. So just kind of like that feeling of
Mhm.
when you first wake up and you're just like, where am I again? And it's kind of just like another day kind of
Right.
feeling.
Right.
Yeah, so it's just like waking up on Tuesday morning, I don't even know what's happening, I don't know where I am.
Mhm.
Is also when something bad happens or you get broken up with, you kind of wake up the next day and you're like, did that actually happen?
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
and
yeah.
so I think it kind of spawns from that feeling as well.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, the nitty gritty.
yeah, we're getting down to the realness.
Totally.
For sure.
Mm.
This next one, I think my heart outgrew me.
This is, it's so funny. This is another one that I was at that house where I was house sitting
Yeah.
with the birds.
Sometimes a space.
Totally.
Well, actually, I wrote all
Yes.
of my best songs about
Yes.
Yakima when I was staying up at my aunt's house in Warm Beach.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
It's so funny. You're like, I'm not even there, but
yeah,
cool.
exactly.
But this song was one of those ones I hit record on my phone and the whole song kind of just appeared. I was just messing around. I think I was very much in a sensitive zone, feeling heartbroken and sad, which spawns these thoughts and ideas. And so it's kind of, this one really speaks to me as like a journal entry song. It's just one of those ones that it doesn't even have like a chorus. It really just feels like if you picked up my diary.
And that's a hard line to walk in songwriting, because sometimes I do that, and you feel like you're just committing word vomit.
Yes.
Right?
And sometimes I'm like, when I sing this song, I'm like, I'm vomiting words. Okay.
I'm not saying that this song is like that,
No,
because it's not. But I've definitely had that feeling when writing a tune that's
Totally.
so that you're so deeply ingrained in. You know,
Yes.
You're feeling it so much what you're putting down, that your natural instinct as a writer gets kind of blocked by that haziness of all of your
For
emotions.
sure.
All right, let's get going.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
It's funny, like this one, how it wrote itself. I had to like go listen to the recording and be like, how does this even go? It was one of those things of like, what? This came out of me?
The art transcended.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, this is, I think my heart outgrew me. Where does my love go when I sleep? Does it get lost in my dreams? 'Cause when I wake in the morning, I am searching for something to be. I think my heart outgrew me, so I am trampled on by these wild beasts. These college hearts, well, they don't know a thing about love. Well, neither do I. Well, I have never been in love. I often feel like a fool. Well, I try to hold on to you by playing your rules, but there are no rules in heartbreak. It just ends one day and you are gone, and I am left with these feelings that got in the way. Love gets in the way. Maybe I'm just naive. Well, this world ain't perfect, but I am learning to grieve it, learning to let go of those who don't hold on to me. But there's no guarantee, because my heart outgrew me. Where does my love go when I sleep? Does it get lost in my dreams? 'Cause when I wake in the morning, I am searching for something to be. I think my heart outgrew me.
No rules in heartbreak.
No rules in heartbreak.
And these college hearts don't know a thing about love. Tell me about that one.
Oh, wow.
Come on now.
Oh my gosh, diary moment. Let me just go get my journal.
Yeah.
Well, it was just, I kind of was in a little rough patch where love was kind of getting in the way.
Mm-hmm. And what does that mean? I notice you write all the time about it getting in the way, something getting in the way.
I think because a lot of the love or the idea of love that I've experienced in the past has just gone completely wrong, and it just like has gotten in the way. Like I'm just like, I didn't even need to go through this. Like it just kind of tramples on things. And
trampled by the wild beast.
Yeah. And those wild beasts are college kids, I guess. Yeah. Which I I don't know. I think love is already so hard to navigate at any age, but there's something about college where it's like we're all very, very young and stupid, and like that's kind of hard with love too, especially when it's a complicated situation. Right. And I think what I felt like I was in at the time that I wrote this song, it felt very complex, and it felt like nobody knew what to do. Right. And it felt
it's always like
messy.
When you're in the midst of it.
Totally. Yeah. And like the word beasts, like that's just a very like strong image, I think, of how I was feeling. I was just like,
weight. It carries some poison, you know.
Totally. And I think it's just the beasts and the rar. I don't know. It's so hard. It's so hard to put words.
The rar.
I just sing my words. It's hard to talk my words sometimes, but.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Danny's daughter, my girlfriend, she always talks about boys, and you know, I'm like, really? Are you that worked up about some feller wearing joggers and wears a small chain and wears his hat backwards all the dang time?
She's like, yeah,
I am.
Yeah, I've been there, girl.
Exactly. Shout out to Elsa. You say something on the phone with your mom. I know about it.
Oh my gosh. Come to my journal support group.
Come to Ivy's journal support group. Yes.
We can talk about boys.
There you go.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, we are having a grand old time at the space age. But I'll tell you who else makes this situation a grand old time. It is Beth Bishop from Old Time Music and Old Time Women.
Give me that old time music by them old time women. It's good enough for Grandpa, so it's good enough for me.
Welcome to today's episode of Old Time Women, Old Time Music. Today we are going to delve into the history of electric guitars and highlight some of the unsung lady heroes behind the iconic sound that has shaped generations of music. While names like Jimi Hendrix, Eric Clapton, and Stevie Ray Vaughan are synonymous with guitar greatness, again, because of the dumb luck of being born with a dangly bit, in addition to being talented AF, there is another name you might not know, but should. Abigail Ybarra. This badass, along with many other women before her, played a pivotal role in shaping the sound of the electric guitar as we know it. Abigail Ybarra might not have been a household name, but it was her contribution that defined the sonic signature of one of the most iconic guitar brands, Fender. For nearly 60 years, from the 1950s until her retirement in 2013, Ybarra wound guitar pickups at the Fender factory in Fullerton, California. But, almost a professor, Beth, what is a pickup? Well, I'm so glad you might have asked. The pickup is the heart of an electric guitar's sound. It converts the vibrations of the guitar strings into electrical signals that can be amplified. Ooh, science. Yes. The way a pickup is wound, the tension, the number of coils, the craftsmanship, greatly influences a guitar's tone. Abigail's pickups were known for their warmth, clarity, and a little something extra, a magic that even legendary guitarists acknowledged. Her hand-wound pickups were used in guitars played by the likes of Stevie Ray Vaughan and other music legends. Vaughan himself is quoted as having sought out guitars with Abby pickups, as players affectionately called them. Her meticulous attention to detail and her ear for tone ensured that every pickup she made had a unique and what they describe as a soulful quality. Abigail Ybarra's contributions are part of a longer tradition of women working behind the scenes in the music industry, particularly in guitar factories during World War II. When the war broke out in the early 1940s, many men who worked in factories were sent off to serve. We're all familiar with the iconic Rosie the Riveter and all the focus put on women that were in the factories building planes and munitions. But there were other industries that would have suffered greatly if not for the home front gals that stepped up, including factories manufacturing everything from guitars to amplifiers. Companies like Gibson, another leading guitar manufacturer, hired women to build instruments. These women, often called the Kalamazoo Gals, after the Michigan town where the Gibson factory was located, played a vital role in producing what are now considered some of the finest guitars ever made. despite not actually being acknowledged for their work at the time. I own a Kalamazoo, and it plays like a feckin' dream.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah country roads. Take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads.
During this period, women were assembling guitars, hand-carving necks, and finishing bodies. It was a critical moment not only for the guitar industry, but for women in the workforce, as they demonstrated their skill and their precision in what was traditionally a male-dominated field. Oh my goodness, another one? You see this? This is my shocked face. The guitars built during this time are highly sought after today for their craftsmanship and their tonal qualities. After the war, many of these women were pushed out of their factory jobs as men returned. A big old thank you and a middle finger. But a record of their contribution remains in the instruments that they built, and they still resonate with players today, even if their stories have largely been silenced. If only the male ego were as tough as these guitars these gals made. Abigail Ybarra carried forward that legacy of excellence in guitar craftsmanship when she joined Fender in the 1950s. Her dedication, her skill, it became part of Fender's DNA. And though winding pickups might seem like a small, repetitive task, it's the attention to detail that gives a guitar its soul. Her story is a reminder that behind every great instrument, there are hands and hearts of people who truly understand the craft. For nearly 60 years, Abigail Ybarra quietly shaped the sound of rock, blues, and countless other genres, leaving an indelible mark on music history and the music industry. So, the next time you listen to your favorite guitar solo, take a moment to think about the often overlooked ladies who made it possible. Abigail Ybarra and the women of the World War II guitar factories may not be on stage under the spotlight, but their contributions continue to echo through the music that we all love. Thanks for tuning into today's Old Time Women and Old Time Music. I'm Beth Bishop, and I will be back again with more information that will blow your damn mind in the next episode of The Grand Old Time. And join me for my new podcast, Some of the Parts. I'll be talking to local songwriters about their process, craft, getting to know them, and breaking down their favorite works from concept to recording. I'm very excited about my first guest, the Bard of Cascade, Cascade Cody. He is a storyteller and a poet, and we will be talking about his love songs to the Northwest. Join us then.
Well, I've been falling too easily. Don't know what true love means to me. I kiss who I want to and expect them to stay. Well, I kissed you in the morning as we heard the storm rolling. Who knew that'd be the last time I'd lay eyes on you? And I don't know if you liked me or I should have warned you from the start. But as you kissed me, you held me like you would never let go. And I don't know the difference between aching and breaking these days as I lie awake. And maybe it was the dimness of the room, how our bodies were dancing and how I looked at you. Well, I'm nervously laughing 'cause my wish came true. But maybe for you it just was the booze. And I don't like losing, and I don't wanna lose you just from the booze. And maybe it was the dimness of the room, how our bodies were dancing and how I looked at you. Well, I'm nervously laughing 'cause my wish came true. But maybe for you it just was the booze. Well, I'm nervously laughing 'cause my wish came true. But maybe for you it just was the booze. That top string went a little bit out of tune on that one. Sorry, guys.
Nobody would notice over a song like that, man. Hot dang. How old is that one?
Oh my gosh, it's so weird. Like, I feel like the time is just moving really fast these days. I wrote that, was that my, let's see, I guess end of sophomore year.
Okay.
So it's like a year and a half,
Mm-hmm.
like ish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you're only 21, and the song is called Booze. You're a senior now.
Oh my God.
Gotcha!
Oh!
Please come in!
come on.
I didn't even think about that. Oh my gosh.
No,
yeah,
no.
it was actually, it's a song called Juice. Apple juice.
Apple juice.
Apple juice. Maybe it was just apple juice. I don't know.
No.
But yeah. Oh yeah, you caught me there. Oops. Sorry, Mom.
An aching heart should have told you from the start.
Mm.
Uh,
When
that-
you read the lines back to me, I'm like, that is so poetic. Like, I have moments, I'm like,
damn,
wow,
I'm good.
nice. I like hearing you say them. It's
Yeah.
just, it puts it in a different perspective. But anyways.
That's what this show's all about.
Totally.
That song encapsulates the worst sinking feeling that you have when you're sitting with somebody that you really like, and you know it's about to end,
Mm-hmm.
and they haven't said anything,
Yeah.
and it's unspoken, and you just watch that, all of your intuitions just fold out,
It's so sad.
and yeah, you captured the aspect of that vulnerability of just trying to be with somebody, and trying to be in the moment, and garner that love, or not even necessarily that the love is probably the wrong word, but garner the reciprocation of how much you like them back. And I absolutely see the struggle of that in pretty much every line. I kiss who I want and expect them to stay, and knew that that'd be the last time you knew. You know what I mean? It's 100% vulnerable. It's so relatable, but also you're tracking what so many people feel and are unable to put into words, and you wrap it up beautifully with the tagline of booze.
Yeah.
And
Thank
Yeah, so did it just come to you right after something like that happened? Or?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, I usually introduce that song as a song about strong drinks and strong feelings.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of just what it's really about, and how I think for me, like, experimenting with alcohol in my early college days got me into moments like this where I was like, okay, is it just does this just happen only at the party that you like me, or like just this whole thing, and falling for people that maybe they didn't want the falling for, like they didn't need that to be a part of whatever was happening between us. And
especially in that time of your life, and I'm not like speaking as like an old man, like let me tell you right now how we all felt back then.
Totally. That's okay.
But people are just in different places.
Totally,
right?
yeah.
A lot of people haven't known fully realized love, or even, speaking as a 32-year-old man, I'm not even sure if I've known fully realized love. And it's hard to put into words, but you did a fantastic job at that. Did you just write that yourself? I don't believe it. We need to get the fact checkers out here. Do that scan for ChatGPT.
Yes, plug it in.
We have a show coming up together with our mutual friend,
buddy. Yes.
Morgan McHugh, who was on here last month. October 17th?
Yes,
next the Shakedown.
Yes. So that's a Thursday.
Yes. Yep.
At the Shakedown.
I'm going to be kicking off the night, playing y'all my Northwestern brand of folk, and then Ivy's going to take the middle slot. And Morgan is going to bring his new all-star group of...
That's so fun.
I know. I got to catch a glimpse of them at the sound check at the Conway Muse. Yeah. Conway Muse last time I played with him, and I wasn't able to stay for a set, but that guy is going places, and he is so good. And we're so happy to be a part of the journey, just the same as we are happy to be a part of your journey. You and your mother have a song, a concert series.
Yes, we did.
That you run called The Yodeling Goat. I
saw you guys had
Dean Johnson there.
Yeah, we had Dean Johnson and the Onleys this past summer. And yeah, it's just sort of this little passion project that my mom started. We just love music so much, and we love live music especially, and we have a lot of really amazing musicians in our community
and in your family,
and in our family.
Yeah.
Which is kind of fun. And so my mom really wanted to support artists. She really has a lot of drive for that, and making sure that they get all the funds in our series. So they make a good amount of money coming and playing in our backyard. Yeah, we do it in our backyard, and we raised enough money to get a full PA system. So this past summer, we got to experiment with big speakers and a little mix board, which is kind of fun for my mom and I to, watch little YouTube videos and figure it out.
I'm thinking we need to do a little collaboration.
Totally.
Maybe the space station go up to Seattle one of these days.
For sure, yeah. But it's super fun, and yeah, we do it every summer now. We have a little lineup.
I've seen a few videos, and that's just really awesome work.
Super
this
cool.
last song, All the Damn Time.
Yes.
Tell me.
Let me do some tuning.
Okay.
And figuring out what key. That's what I needed to start doing, is writing down the keys. This is another one of those songs that actually came from some high school lyrics. This was I always think about my dad with this song, because he's a songwriter, and when I started writing songs, he was also in his peak of writing songs, and we kind of just found each other. I don't even know if I knew he was writing songs at the time, but it just kind of happened we both kind of met each other in our own songwriting process, and he likes to call our house the Heartbreak Motel, because we just kind of sit around when I'm back in Seattle and write and sing heartbreak songs. But him and I had kind of experimented with this song and different versions of it.
So you guys wrote this together?
No,
okay.
Sorry, I should make that clear. We just had fun kind of creating it together. Okay. But we also do write a lot of songs together, which is super fun.
That's very cool.
But I kind of kicked out my dad and I's version of this song.
Oh, goodness.
Which is funny, over the summer, and it kind of just became this, and it's a very like Ivy catalog song. I'm a fan of certain chords that I think like to appear in a lot of my songs, but I do think that's a really fun thing about collaborating with other musicians is your songs become more than just what you sing around and strum in your room. I think it's super cool.
And then you can hear the influence of the other person.
Totally.
When you know what I mean?
Totally, yeah.
I wrote a lot of songs with Tim Meckley, and we sat in his house and traded songs together for months on a weekly basis, and just traded. And we played the game of best lyric wins.
Oh, that's so fun!
And
oh my gosh.
I look back at those tunes, and it's some of the best work that he and I have made to this point. Yeah, I really find a lot of good stuff out of collaboration. Just
It's so fun
to grow as an artist too.
Yeah, when it works, and it's super
and it
cool.
works all the damn time.
All the damn time. You are freaking on fire over
That's
there,
right.
Cody. Okay. I can tell you're a songwriter. You're like doing word magic. But yeah, this is all the damn time.
Our eyes met and the lights went out. The rain stopped and the wind blew you near. I haven't seen you since September came, but I'm happy that you're here. Wearing shoes that you didn't have last week. You bought them with the money from singing on the street. I've kept a secret. Your name's still been running through my brain. But the truth is, I can't get rid of you like the song inside my mind. All the damn time. All the damn time. I used to close my eyes so I could dream of you, and now I only dream in black and white. I still think about the way life could be with you, even though those days have passed by. But the truth is, I can't get rid of you like the song inside my mind. All the damn time. All the damn time. And the truth is, I can't get rid of you like the song inside my mind. All the damn time. All the damn time.
Oh, the dissonant chord. All right.
I don't
that's
even
how
know.
we're gonna end it. Oh man, all the damn time. The Bellingham songster who sometimes forgets she lives here on a Tuesday morning. Ivy Ficarra. But it's Sunday today, and we just had an amazing 8-song bite out of what seems to be your life and existence. And thank you so much for being here. Do you have any other show besides the one on the 17th you want to promote?
Yeah, I'm playing a show in Seattle on Friday, October 11th, which is coming up.
Yeah.
And it's in Ballard. It's at the Ballard Homestead, put on by Abbey Arts. And it's going to be a fun little songwriter show. And yeah, that's Seattle. And then the Shakedown on the 17th.
Yeah.
I think the Honeymoon, I'm going to pop in and play a few songs on the 18th.
Always good to pop in and play a
After
few
that,
at the
yeah, which
Honeymoon.
will be super fun. And Jan Peters is doing something there that night. And so, yeah, lots of fun stuff, though, coming up. And exciting times to be musicians, I guess.
That's right. I know. The scene is just amazing.
Totally,
here.
yeah. It's awesome.
Everybody, check out Ivy Ficarra. She doesn't have anything on Spotify. She's not on any of the streaming services.
Yeah.
We got her first! Suckers! Western AF! No, I'm kidding. No. I'm not going to call out other YouTube channels. It's like us with our 68 subscribers. 69 subscribers.
Okay.
That's right. That's right. My own shameless promotion, Anacortes Waltz, just came out. Go to Spotify. Listen to it. We love you.
Woo.
Hear it. The grand old time in the space age. Ivy Ficarra and the whole crew.
The whole crew. Give it up for you guys. Thanks
We'll
for
see
having
you
me.
next month. Yeah, thank
See
you all.
ya.